Hello everybody, welcome back to Bedrock Survival with Fix. We're still working here at the Guardian Farm because I am inspired and raring to go. I'm really looking forward to doing some major work out here today, some major building. Hope you enjoyed the lore bits last episode that we really talked about. Really starting to delve into some of that juicy lore stuff in this world. I think it's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to that. And, you know, I'm looking forward to a few things. I'm really looking forward to going full in on the RTX, which, yeah, I know I basically am RTX every episode now, but once we start the new kingdom and start the new area and stuff, we're going to be able to say, like, okay, now everything that we build is going to be, like, inspired by an RTX, and which means we'll do a lot more, like, colored lighting and all that kind of stuff, which means I really need to get to work on fixing this glass. Right now it's not quite right. Like, you can't really see through it all that well, and there's actually some, if you look really closely, there's some streaks right in the middle of it. See, like right in the middle, there's some streak. Yeah, so I just need to fix that up just a little bit, and then we should be just about ready to go on that aspect. So we're getting close. So there's a little bit left to do. But the other thing I'm really enjoying in this part of the world is adding in a lot more of the wood, and just little by little, but like things like what I'm doing right now, where I'm just bringing some of this stuff so that way there's little splashes of color here. You know, I just got done recording my last episode of the Realm of Vasten SMP, where I'm building a giant, enormous, monochromatic, grayscale base, right? And it's I think it's monochromatic, right? I think it's right. Anyway, grayscale. That's what I'm building, and it's awesome. It's a lot of fun, but it is a lot of gray. So I'm looking forward to in this particular castle really getting outside of that, where I'm going to start using a lot more color. That all being said, the next thing we're going underwater, because it's finally time to do something we've been waiting on for, I don't know, about 35 episodes probably or so, and that is, and I've already started, I've been doing quite a bit of work here, where I'm starting to fill this all in. Hey Dolphin, give me some of that speed boost. I'm starting to fill this all in with stone, where this was all before just rows of sand. And now you can see I've done probably more than half of it off camera, and I just want to get the rest of it done. And I'm doing a very simple design just to get it enclosed, and then there's going to be so much more design coming later. But right now, I'm just primarily concerned with actually like laying the stone down. And so I'm just using basically everywhere where it's 3 wide, I'm adding a cobble in the middle, 3 wide or more, and anywhere where it's just 1, I'm just going single stone brick. So I have some water breathing potions. Let's get to work. Let me just tell you, I have been choking, and not really choking, but like I was eating Triscuits. I was eating these delicious, oh man, I haven't had Triscuits in a long time. And then we bought some for the football championship playoff games. Even though the Steelers aren't on, I know, it's heartbreaking for literally every one of my viewers that the Steelers somehow didn't make it. But somehow they didn't. And I bought these Triscuits, and they are balsamic vinegar and basil. They are pretty close to the most delicious thing I have ever eaten in my entire life, I think. And so I've been eating them here, just snacking a little bit, you know. And yeah, can you hear it? I got this little bit of a Triscuit caught in my throat. And I'm not really choking, but I cannot get it out. I've been coughing, sort of coughing, or I don't know what you want to call it. I guess coughing kind of. It's like just trying to get out of my throat for a solid 20 minutes. Like so much that like my face is red and like because I'm coughing. I'm so hard. I'm like trying so like physically to get it out. But regardless, I've done some grind in here, and look at the walls. I mean, yeah, they are super bland and boring. I know, but they're going to have all these big giant holes and sort of random places, windows and stuff. They're going to have some dark prismarine. It's going to be super cool, but I need to unveil them. And then plus, not to mention this, but down the road later, this is going to be one of the parts that I'm most excited about RTX, because we're going to have all these sort of like passageway that go underwater into other different areas of this, because this is going to be, again, a very ancient castle. This thing's going to be like maybe 7,000 years old or something in our history of our world here, and it was built by some of the earlier crashed astronauts, right? So they're going to have actually like maybe some advanced tech and things like that. I think it could be really cool. But regardless of that, I have to get all of this out. And as happy as I am to have all the sand, it's not going to be usable sand, because I want to keep it all for draining like the next areas and stuff like that. And yeah, I know I have sponges, but even with sponges, you still need a lot of sand to sort of just separate stuff and all that kind of stuff. And That's fine. But then, so I'm still gonna have to go and get more sand just for glass and stuff like that. But this is the best way I've found. Could you leave me a comment if you know a better way to sort of get rid of the sand? Is this how y'all do it? I mean, I find hitting it is better than using the shovel, because I can kind of time it better to get that torch wedged in there fast before the blocks fall. I find if I use the shovel, it's like too fast, because I can't. Or or I could do this, but that doesn't seem better, right? So I mean, it's got to be the torch trick, right? You just throw that. But I miss it so often. I think I did it for one. I miss it so often, Well, regardless, I'm gonna continue working. I'm gonna get all of this done. Maybe we'll do some windows today, or maybe we'll go back up top. I'm not sure where I want to go, but look at those guardians falling in there. I did AFK with my looting sword, and it does work, but it's not great. I think the reason why it's not great is because the trident killer kills them sometimes whenever it's running. It's not running now, but whenever it is running, the trident killer kills them sometimes. But a lot of times they just die because of the magma block. And if they die because of the magma block, I don't get the looting credit. So it's not as good as like the extra return I get on the creeper farm, which is pretty dramatic. Like if I'm not holding my looting sword, I get like a third of the creeper drops, But anyway, regardless, let's continue on here and just bask in the glory that is this. Well, it's gonna be getting rid of the sand is gonna make such a huge difference. Love it. Let's just take a second here and bask in glory, because I've not been running RTS because it's a little, well, it was actually really hard to see underwater. It's like the reflections of the water. It's not that it's too dark. It's that the sort of the way the light bounces off the water, I couldn't see. Like if there was an air block because I broke ice or something, it was really hard to sort of make out what it was. But let's bask in the glory, because I'm going to turn it on and let's just see what this place looks like. I don't think it would be that different, actually, but let's see. Ready? And semicolon. Oh, man, I love having a hotkey, and it's way better. No, I'm just kidding. There it is. Oh, man, look at this. It's so freaking bright because of all that lighting, which, I didn't plan on that. I didn't think that would be the way it is, but that is the way it is, and I can live with it. I'm going to sort of plan accordingly based on that, but it's so... Now it's dark. Now it's bright again. Yeah, it's so bright. All these all the light rays from every one of these lanterns is like being, traced down to where it's reflecting off surfaces and all that kind of stuff, which is awesome, but it does mislead you a little bit. Like you're like, wow, it's really bright in here, but it's not really. It's, along the walls it's actually a little bit dark, but that's okay. We're gonna work all that out all in good time. But let's put our stuff away and head up topside and see what where we have to go basically from here. So, by the way, all that sand I took down, less than 2 double chests. I thought for sure it would be way. That's how much it was. That a double chest and 2/3 probably, something like that. So okay. So let's do I have a miscellaneous? I think I do. There it is. Cool. Inventory sorting on camera. Not something I do all that often, but let's head up topside and see. Okay, good. It's daytime. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. So here's where we're at. Here's where we're at with the big scope of thing. Man, I gotta tell you, the tiny little bit of trees that we have put up so far, which is basically just a farm. It's not even really like permanently there, but it adds a lot to this place. I'm really looking forward to adding in a lot of some greenery in addition to all of the ice and all that kind of stuff. So where I want to work on right off the top here is, hey, you know what? I forgot a part. I think I ran out. This is supposed to have like a platform here. Hold on a second. Am I insane? Let's walk over here. I knew. Oh, okay. So yeah, so I still need to get some of these. Oh, look, all those pumpkins down there. I still need to get some jack-o'-lanterns up here. Okay, I gotta remember. I'll do that next. I'll finish off these little platforms. This is supposed to be the warp mycelium, or I don't know what it's called. The blue netherrack. Yeah, look. This is what that's supposed to be over there, and I didn't do it. Apparently, I got distracted and I didn't. So, okay, I got a couple things I got to work out. I'm gonna have to go get some more jack-o'-lanterns, work out that little bit over there, and then this little semicircle there. Are all the other semicircles? That one's dark, that one's dark, and that one's dark. Yeah, I just somehow missed this one. That's fine. All right, I'll do that, and then we'll come back and look and see what's next. I just went and grabbed a whole bunch of regular terracotta and colored it white. And yeah, I think this is going to be cool. So I want to start bringing some of this in here. I'm just going to say bring in some color, but it's white. But you know what I mean. Bring in some cobble and stone. I think it's time, as we get higher and higher, I do want to start phasing in more and more. The idea is that down here in the bottom is going to be primarily, you know, the base colors of cobble and stone brick and stuff. And then as we get higher, you'll move into a lot more dark oak and a lot more of the white terracotta and the spires, which will be a different color and all that kind of stuff, you know? So the idea that I think I'm going to go for on this is go for layers that are going to go up into a bit of a peak. I think that'll be cool. It's going to be hard to see into a lot more of it is sort of done. But basically, I'm just going to go like this with the white, so that way it always has framing. So bring this in something like this, cut that out like this. So you see what I'm saying? Like either side will have this, and that way I can go across it, and it'll look pretty good. I think this is going to be cool. The one thing I don't totally love that it's sort of on the same plane, but I don't want to back this off again. I don't think it's going to matter coming from over there. Oh man, look, I'm playing without RTX on for a little bit here. Look at the direct castle. You can see my castle over there. Oh man, there's the villager. Oh, I'm salivating over how much I love this right now. Very, very cool. All right, anyway, I'll build all 4 of these, and then we'll come back and sort of look at the next area. Fly out and take a little look at it. I think it's starting to come together, you know, having this here makes it look a lot less sort of sparse. And I had kind of an idea that maybe something I want to try here, maybe a bridge. I'm going to kind of borrow a little bit from what I did over in my Realm of Vasten base here, where we do sort of an air bridge where there's a big window through here, but I don't want to do the whole distance. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, say 4, 5, and then put that. So that way there'll be a 5 walkway. Actually, the walkway will be here in the middle. So let's go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I kind of want to see how big it's going to be. Maybe we'll just do 4. Okay, we will just do 4. I just want it to be a little. I don't want you to walk in and like fall off the edge. Although that will very likely be like a building or something there. But okay, so what I'm thinking is that we'll go up here. And then I should get some stairs. Let me grab some stairs. All right, so here's what I'm kind of thinking to do this little big sort of arch window. And that way we can have a nice little, maybe a garden of sorts up here or something like that. Maybe even just ice or who knows what, something decorative. But this will be 1, and then we'll go 2, 3, 4, and then a stair. So we'll do 4 and then a stair, turn upside down, and then we'll go 1, 2. So we'll go 4 and then 2. Turn upside down, and I think then we'll just go straight and across for 1. Okay, that should be good. Now let's do the other side. Okay, that arch is not bad. So that's 1, and then we'll go 2, 3, 4, something like that, and then a stair. Turn it, and then 1, 2. Now I'm only counting full blocks, not the actual stair. Then 3 stairs, and then 1 block there. That's not bad. I think at this point we'd have to come the whole way across. Yeah, I can live with that. That's a fine arch, totally. And now this is on sort of line with this, so that means what I could do is I could do cobblestone sort of like right along here, like something like that, and just fill this whole area with cobblestone. So the next thing that I want to do, if I do that, well, first I'm gonna probably have to go around all 4 of these so I don't lose track. It's a lot easier if I do sort of these in little segments rather than try to do a whole bunch and then try to remember each stage. It's a little hard to see at night, but I'm just taking a look at this. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be nice. Seeing all the light come out of that's gonna be really, really, really cool. So okay, that's a good start. The only other thing I really think that I want to do today is potentially work on this diagonal section, but you know, I'll be honest, I don't really have a plan, and that's not a good time to start building. I mean, I often build when I don't have a really set plan, like I don't really have the complete vision in my head, but I rarely start building when I just have no idea what I'm going to put there. I mean, I could put, you know, I could probably put, what would probably be the smartest thing is to put 2 rectangles, essentially, you know, right, like square them off and just put 2 rectangles right there. It would actually be, I mean, it would basically work, and then I could maybe just have a little triangle sort of garden in the middle or something like that. That'd probably be the simplest way, maybe the least interesting way, but probably the simplest. Or I could just do a wall, like a one thick wall. But you know, since I don't really know what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sit on it for a minute. I did add these supports in here all around, and so this ring is actually a lot more supported. Boy, it's almost blindingly bright, isn't it? The ring is even more supported, which is really cool, I think. And then I want to do a walkway that goes all around the outside, but maybe up a block so it's on supports. I just think that would look cool. So I think why don't we do that while I sort of simmer about this this diagonal thing? I think that would probably look the nicest. I don't have a real set plan. You know what? Actually, no, I don't want to build anymore right now because I've been building here so much that I don't have a really strong idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk away from this for a little while and then come back and just kind of see where I feel about it. Take a look at this place. It's starting to turn into a thing. It's kind of turning into a labyrinth, which I really kind of like. I think it's really cool. But I made a decision finally. I hemmed and hawed and I thought about it. And I finally decided what I want to do on the diagonals there. You know, I think I want to go all in on the sort of ancient future tech, if you will, right? Like, I think I want to go all in on this build on that. Where I really like these sort of things that we did here that are sort of like, it's like, it reminds me of kind of Stargate Atlantis or you know, ancient tech, but it was the ancient advanced tech. I don't know how else you call it, but I think I want to go like power pylons on the outside of the castle. I think it'd be really cool. So it's going to be like a castle, like a medieval castle looking, but there's also sort of ancient, I don't know, alien almost looking tech, because these guys, so, you know, thinking maybe this castle is 6,000 years old, right? So it's pretty old, but that would mean the people who crashed here, the oldest of the bridge crew and the spaceship guys who crashed here would have had a chance to sort of start to make a future sort of tech base using this new squared off physics that they have to deal with, since they used to be humans like you and me, and then recently, whenever they went into the what do we call it? The experiment that went awry. They sort of became blocky, and they became these Minecraft models that you see, right? All the physics became blocky, became cube-like physics. So I think what we could do is that they invented some new tech that works sort of based roughly on that, and I think that could be really, really cool. So what I want to do here is we're going to go maybe... I don't know if I should block these off, or maybe I should use stairs. So you see some of this here, like that might be kind of cool. Yeah, why don't we do that? We'll go stairs. Really, man, it's mobs. We'll go stairs all around this, and then we'll build. I think that would be really cool. Plus, it'd be kind of circular too, and I like that idea as well. So the other thing I definitely want to do is I want to buy all into this blue glass. I know it's not that blue, and I think I can change that somewhat on a texture pack thing, but I definitely want to go more blue glass, which means I need to get more lapis. I'm not totally sure where my lapis stores actually stand. It might not be all that great. Actually, it might be a bit of a problem. Let me check out and see if I can find any lapis around this world. Oh, I'm really starting to like it. I think it's just really turning out cool. I love how there's so many little walkways and stuff going around. Like, I can't wait. I'm going to connect this over to there and have walkways over here. It's just going to be just endless walkways and different towers and stuff like that, just stretching into the sky. Oh man, this is so cool. It's so cool. Let's take a little fly and see, because I think maybe I've done all the work today that we're going to get done. Granted, it's been quite a lot of work, especially if you count all the underwater stuff. It feels like a lifetime ago that I did that, but check this out. Huh? Oh man, doesn't that look cool? It looks like, I think it really, and it's not even detailed yet, but I think it really started to pull off that sort of like ancient future tech. Yeah, oh man. Oh, I'm a big fan already, and we're just starting here. But I think that's going to do it for me. Now, I'm about 3/4 of the way through the next book of Tovlin that I'm going to put out. I just need to write a good conclusion. So probably next episode we'll have the next of the lore books, and you know, I'm really looking forward to that. Really peppering this world with books all over the place. I was going to put them maybe in chests, but as I'm a bit of a chest monster hoarder here, I may end up just putting them all on lecterns. So if you're walking around the world and you see a lectern, you're like, oh, there's a there's a lore book. I think it probably makes the most sense, because otherwise, if you just look at a chest and it's just filled with survival Minecraft stuff, you may gloss right over the book. But yeah, could be cool. Or maybe even just I'll put like barrels with just a single book, so it's obvious, like, hey, boom, you know, look, read me, you know, basically. Maybe I'll name them all Read Me. Anyway, that's it. That's it for the day. Look at this. All this stuff is new, basically. Everything you see is new. Wow. That's a lot of building today. All right, we'll see you all next time. Thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. I really do appreciate it. We will see you all in the next episode of Bedrock Survival. with Fix. We're creeping up on the end of this series. Episode 200 is on the horizon. See you next time. Bye, everybody.